वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. Chapter 3, verse 4. न कर्मणा मनारम्भान् न कर्मणा मनारम्भान् नैष्कर्म्यं पुरुषोऽश्नुते. नैष्कर्म्यं पुरुषोऽश्नुते. न च सन्न्यसनादेव न च सन्न्यसनादेव सिद्धिं समधिगच्छति. सिद्धिं समधिगच्छति. Not by non-performance actions does a man attain freedom from the bondage of actions, nor by mere renunciation does he attain perfection. Okay. So, yeah, these are the most important verses. It's but difficult to digest, but that's why we have Geeta class. Okay, so it takes time to understand and to digest, and it has very clearly mentioned here, nor by mere renunciation. And in this context we had a long discussion last week. संसार से भागे फिरते हो, भगवान को तुम क्या पाओगे. I did mention last week also that there is a saying in Sanskrit, Ashaktiman bhavet sadho. The person who cannot do anything, who is totally failure, or who does not want to do anything, he becomes sadhu. Ashaktiman bhavet sadhu. So that's why Bhagavan has very clearly mentioned here in the 4th verse of 3rd chapter, nor by mere for the renunciation, the adjective is put, mere renunciation, not just by giving up. No. Okay. So furthermore, all strivers experience that as soon as a keen desire for salvation is aroused in them, they have this inclination for action. Disinclination, hesitation, okay, for actions, things and persons. When we say persons, member of the family, but being attached to a body, they have a desire for rest. which is an obstacle to their progress. I have given up this, I have given up this. Okay, it reminds me very good story. Uh, I think it's with King Bhartuhari that the king name might be wrong, because I am sharing this with the so I'm I'm sharing this with my OI, not the AI. AI artificial, OI original. Okay. So might be, and that I must admit. So the king has given up everything, the whole kingdom and whatever villages was coming under his kingdom or power or under his jurisdiction, ruling, whatever you name it. And he was practicing a strong penance, tap. And tap for who? That to reach to God, to achieve, I mean, one cannot achieve, one can experience only, but our understanding, I am using this word achieve, right? God, no, so God is not like that, that go to Pick and Pay and get it from the shelving. Yeah. So he has given everything, given up everything, and he was in cemetery, right? And he was whatever that in India they took it to the crematorium, the cemetery, and then they leave some food by that place, and he just eats that. So it is said that Shivji and Parvati, they just visiting or taking tour. Okay. So Parvati ji did mention to this Shivji that this king has given up everything and he is practicing that strong penance. Now at least you should bless him with your darshan. Shivji says, Devi, don't be too hasty in your opinion. So, yeah, you don't believe what I say, but you can see that he has given up. And Shivji, calm, utter only one sentence, Devi, don't be so hasty to give your opinion. I mean, it's you make it a spicy story, then you add the some masala with like husband and wife. તમે કીધાડો મારું માને મને તો ખબર જ હતી. You never accept what I say. Anyway, I'm not dragging the whole story by saying that. So she just say, you want to test. Parvati, what do you want to test for? Can't you see that everything is black and white? Is in front of you. But finally she agreed. Okay, all right. So they took a form like a couple in jungle who has nothing. They were just appeared in front of that king. The king unfortunately did not get anything since last 3 days. And when this couple appeared in front of that day, he found something, because in the cemetery, if there is no dead body, then nothing will be there. It might come twice in a day, or it may not come for 1 week. So there was something, and they say, oh, but we are so hungry. So whatever was there, the king offered to them. And the king thought, okay, doesn't matter. They take the food, but still that family member left some water, so I will have that water at least. The couple ate whatever was there and then asked for the water. So he gave whatever he had, half, and then the couple requested, I have to wash the hand and finish everything. So the king was left with nothing. And Parvati just say, you see, he has given everything. I mean, they were talking in sign language. Shivji again told, Devi, don't be too hasty in opinion. So then they literally utter, your renunciation is right. You gave up everything. I mean, it's a human nature. It's a human nature that if somebody prays, what we call in Gujarati, collar tight tha, yeah, I have something. So king say, man, you talking about this little bread or water. If I can give my whole kingdom, this is nothing. Shivji says to Parvati, you see Devi, he has given up everything, but the ego of giving up everything is still there in his mind. And that very reason, I told you, Devi, don't be so hasty in giving your opinion. So, what I mean to say, sannyasi, renunciation, I mean, it's so subtle thing that superficial or external outfit will tell you, oh man, he has given up this and that. Subtle thing. Kamyanam karmanam nyasa. Second verse I always quote. Sannyasa kayo vidhu. Kamya karma means what? Desire oriented action. These are all kamya karma. Desire oriented. So no desire, absolutely no desire, any action. There is no motive behind, no desire behind it. He might do. And that very reason this story applies here. The king was that he has, yes, he has given up everything. Yes, he was practicing the strong penance, but that the seed that, oh, I have given up everything, what is this? This is nothing, still was there in his mind. So that's why Bhagavan has told that they have disinclination for actions, things and persons, family, but being attached to a body, they have desire for rest. Absolutely no desire, absolutely no attachment for anything which is an obstacle to their progress. So when it comes to renunciation, small thing, and that's why if we as a householder have to start practice something, right? We can start from very lower level. If I have to give you an example in present time, okay, with the present technology, okay, I won't touch WhatsApp for 1 hour. Simple. Then you can increase it for 2 hours. Then increase it for half day. Then you can increase for once a week. Something like that. Something like that. And that particular, because our sages, what did they know? They I mean the wise men, the scholar, they will never say that, I mean, for the understanding we use that word is a different story. But what do they say? They will not say that remove the darkness. No, bring light. The moment light is there, there will be no existence of darkness. Similarly, I say, okay, but yeah, why tomorrow? I must start from today that, okay, no WhatsApp for 1 hour. But then 1 hour, what I will do? You need to bring something to fill that gap. Okay, that 1 hour is my hour for Geeta. I will read whatever I have written in my Geeta class. I'll go through it. Okay, if that is too heavy, I will read bhajan. Nowadays we can even get the bhajan with the meaning. I'll try to read this. Instead of wasting my time in WhatsApp, I will invest my time. Or I will learn one more new word. Because we say that we are Gujarati, but by all means we are big zero in Gujarati. So I'll try to learn one more word today in Gujarati and use the technology for that very purpose. We can do that. So there is no point to stop WhatsApp Instead of stop saying stop WhatsApp, will bring something. If you can do that, so the renunciation it can be from any point one can. What I mean to say, because the moment I am sharing this about the story of that King Bhartuhari or any king or this that okay, nor by mere renunciation, very easily the question will flash in our mind. But we are not having that kingdom. It doesn't apply to me. It does apply to me. It does apply to me. I have quoted that so many times in our classes. Gnanam bharak kriya vihina. If the knowledge is not going to be translated or transferred into action, then we carrying just a burden. So we need to put this in practice. It can be small practice, but if you put this practice, if you do it and do it continuous, सतु नैरंतर्य दीर्घकाल पर्यंत सत्कारो सेविता दृढ़ भूमि. That is the Yoga Sutra from Patanjali. Today's they say yoga, 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 but unfortunately by all means, yoga means physical exercise. Nobody wants to go to that. Because by teaching Sadhu Nairantar Dirghakal Paryanta, they don't get the money. But physical exercise, they might make some money. So, if you do it continuous, constantly, I'm not against of that physical exercise either. That is also important and necessary, because our scripture has told Shariram idam khalu dharma sadhanam. If at all we want to do dharma, righteousness we want to practice, we must have the good body, good health. If there is no body, we won't be able to practice that. I mean, when no body means no healthy body. You want to sit for the mada, for an example, be it on the floor or chair, but it doesn't allow us to sit for that long. We can't do that. So my body must be healthy. So for that, I'm not against of that. I just want to say what is the clear definition of yoga. That physical exercise can be a part, but not whole. One cannot tell that the button is the shirt. The button is the part of the shirt. Or the pocket is the shirt. Pocket is the part of the shirt. Or the zip is not the shirt, it's the part of the t-shirt. Or the collar. You name anything. You name anything. So Sadhu Nairantarya. So you take anything and practice continuously. Sadhu Nairantarya, Dirghakal Paryanta, long time. Not that we did it for few days and then forgot. No. No. At least in our class I know Prakash Bhai that he is doing. He is doing. To aim for 2.4 million Gayatri Jap, it's not a joke. To take resolution for that, it's not a joke. And not just living, making it practical, it's not a joke. And if you think that, oh no, the Gayatri Mantra is too big, yeah, it is big. You take Ram only, okay, and aim for 1.6 million. Fortunately, we have time for everything, not this type of thing. My argument is this. Anyway, so But being attached to a body, they have a desire for it, and which is an obstacle to their progress. Generally, strivers believe that they can progress in the spiritual field by renouncing actions. Not just by renouncing, okay, things and company of people, but the fact is the renouncement of attachment to action. Action will be there. The moment we get up in the morning, we open our eye, action starts. We put our feet down, action start. We go to per brush. So these are all action. But what it says that renouncement of attachment to action, things and people is an important factor in the discipline of knowledge. It is difficult to renounce attachment without keen dispersion. The keenness. But in the discipline of action, attachment is easily renounced by performing action for others, even without keen dispersion. I'm just doing because I need to do, I want to do. But no hidden agenda. And no that feeling or the thinking that I have done. Nobody is doing what I am doing. I meet some people, we are taking time to come from town to Lens for Mandir. How many people are in Lens they are coming? They what they saying, they right. But that kind of feeling, even that feeling should not occur. I want to come to Mandir because I want to come. I should not compare myself that, but what does it mean that I am better than those who are still in lanes and still do not take trouble to come Mandir, but I am taking the trouble. You got my point? So the sannyas or renunciation is very subtle thing. It has nothing to do with your outfit, with your external appearance. And that's why Bhagavan has told Kamyanam Karmanam Nyasa Sannyasa Kavayo Viduhu. Right. In the Gita, it is also mentioned that a striver may practice spiritual discipline in solitude, but in solitude, a sattvic means virtuous person, devotes his time in being busy with spiritual practice and adoration. A rajas, passionate person spends it in projection and distractions, while a tamas, ignorant man wastes it in sleep, indolence, and heedlessness. Therefore, a striver should have an inclination to dwell in solitude. Very nicely they have used the word to dwell in solitude. In order to devote his time and energy to spiritual activities, but he should perform his mundane duty also. Again, my favorite quote, Sansarva Sarsyo Rahe ne man mari paas. It's clearly told here, but he should perform his mundane duty also. Because we are in sansar, we are in this material world, we are in this world of reality, we have to perform our duties, we have to perform the actions. But it is not the full stop. We don't have to get attached to that and yet strive for something more, something superior, something more important. And that's very reason we say better things to do. Better things to do. We have lot to do, okay? Lot to do. Instead of wasting time. Okay. We're going to stop today in today's explanation, today's discussion, whatever you like. Credit goes to all the wise men, all the scholar or the scripture. Whatever I have heard, I have read, I have studied, absolutely nothing belongs to me. And as I was telling last week, that from next week we will not be having our classes. Tomorrow we'll be meeting for the Bhagavad classes. And from next week till the April, we'll see in April when to start. Because I just need to engage myself more to prepare myself for the Bhagavad tour. So I need some time. Not to say that I don't enjoy this. In fact, I love this. But at some point, I have to. At one stage, I was even thinking that let me keep the video ready and you just log in to that Wednesday or Thursday. I said, no, man. Then you may enjoy, you may not enjoy, but I will be out of touch. Because even though we are meeting virtually, but that meeting that really gives me boost. Because if I send this video, then there is no, we can't meet. So rather you enjoy, you devote your time. Definitely not in YouTube, definitely not on the WhatsApp, definitely not on the Instagram or the Facebook. Rather, you discipline yourself that even though we are not attending the class for that next 4 weeks or 6 weeks or whatever it is, instead, I will read Geeta. I will read the translation. I will read the commentary. There are plenty commentary available, and then most of them you have even our Sadhak Sanjeevani in English. Just decide yourself. You don't have to tell anybody else. You don't have to share this with anybody. You and your Bhagwan. I make commitment with for my Bhagwan. That okay. Even though there is no Gita class, but I will read 10 pages from Sadhak Sanjeevani. If it is too much, 5 pages. But I will. That commitment is most important. And that brings the change. The commitment. Otherwise, rest, it can only happen with His grace. But from our side, our commitments should be there. Then it will be His responsibility. So keep that. I just gave you the example what you can do. If you can't join to Bhagavad, okay, of course, most probably, we have made a deal and decision there when I was there in September that it will be live on YouTube and Facebook. But those who are not coming, they can still go through it and watch it. But I mean, look, there are certain factors which may not allow, right from network or quality of network or power failure. It can be anything. It can be anything. It can be anything. So I'm optimist. I'm not thinking negative. But my principle in life is that, of course, to be positive is definitely good. Is good, no doubt about it. One should not be negative. I 100% agree. But for me, one should be realistic. Realistic. That is more important. That is more important. Of course, one must be positive. Nothing wrong in it. But for me, top of that is that one should be realistic. So it can happen. And if there is some obstacle, if it may not take place, his wish. His wish. So I mean, so Bhagwan will think, Lord will think that okay, you coming all the way from South Africa to Shukratal, but you don't deserve to be on the YouTube live. That's fine. You don't deserve. It's fine. You can desire, but you don't deserve. So it can happen. And one should be ready for that. Should be ready for that. So, hope for the best, but be ready for the worst. So, the 73rd verse of 18th chapter. So, by all means, if when it comes to Geeta class, today is the last, and then we will meet in April sometime. Okay? So, नष्टो मोह स्मृतिर्लब्धा तत्प्रसादान्मयाच्युत स्थितोऽस्मि गतसन्देहः करिष्ये वचनं तव